I've been kind of scared to make this video because cholesterol has become a really heated topic lately. So what I'm going to do is just give you the facts and let you decide at the end. This is cholesterol. Oh, that's it. We technically don't have different types of cholesterol. All this here, these are actually lipoproteins that transport cholesterol. Your body gets cholesterol in two different ways. In your diet, you can directly eat cholesterol, or your liver makes cholesterol from scratch. So your liver can make cholesterol when it breaks down your macronutrients, so your proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. After a bunch of biochemistry, the end result is cholesterol. Once your liver's done making all the cholesterol, it packages it into a big blob called a lipoprotein. Lipo means fat, protein is proteins. This big blob has proteins embedded in it, and all the lipo, or the fat, is embedded either in the membrane or all the cholesterol molecules inside this lipoprotein. This is your very low density lipoprotein. And the reason why it's called that is because it's big and fluffy, full of fat, not a whole lot of protein. Cholesterol and other fats really can't mix with our watery blood, so it has to be put into a water-soluble vehicle, and that's what the proteins do. So the liver, it puts all its cholesterol and triglycerides into the VLDL, the very low density lipoprotein. This thing leaves the liver, and its job is to deliver triglycerides and cholesterol to wherever we need it. So this guy's out traveling around in the body, and the first thing it does is it drops off the triglycerides to wherever your body needs it. So it kicks off triglycerides first and delivers it all over the body. After it kicks off all the triglycerides, this thing gets smaller and more dense. And now you just have cholesterol inside this lipoprotein. It's still not very dense. So this is your LDL, or your low density lipoprotein. This is going to deliver all of your cholesterol to very specific sites because our body uses cholesterol for a couple of different things. It drops off cholesterol into your adrenal glands, which sit right above your kidneys. Your adrenal glands then take the cholesterol and make your steroid hormones out of it. So things like cortisol and all the other ones too, like aldosterone, etc., etc. It also goes to the gonads. So if you are a male, you have testicles. If you are female, you have ovaries. These are the gonads. So it goes here. The gonads take cholesterol and make our sex hormones. So that's estrogen, testosterone, etc. Cholesterol also gets delivered into your skin. And so when it sits in your skin, you get exposed to sunlight, and that sunlight converts the cholesterol in your skin into vitamin D. I am planning a full video on hormones, so stay tuned, but we're going to stick with cholesterol for now. So once LDL is done dropping off all of its cholesterol, now it's a very small and very densely packed lipoprotein. So it's very small and very dense. This is your high density lipoprotein. It's very dense. All the cholesterol has left. Now you have this. So this has a very important job. Whatever cholesterol your body doesn't use for all these processes gets packaged back into this lipoprotein, this high density lipoprotein, and it gets taken back to the liver. So it gets taken back to the liver, and then the liver either recycles it or converts it into bile. Bile helps us digest fat, and then eventually you excrete it in your caca pee pee. Now let me explain to you how this causes disease. One thing you have to understand about LDL is that it's very stupid. It's a complete dumbass. It just dumps cholesterol everywhere. HDL's job is to clean up the mess, pick up everything that has been left behind that hasn't been used for all these body processes and take it back to the liver. This is an extremely regulated process. So if you take way too many macronutrients, your carbohydrates, proteins, fats, it's going to increase this lipoprotein particle because this is what transports cholesterol. It's just going to keep going. It's going to indiscriminately deposit cholesterol everywhere. And if you have too much of it, it's going to start depositing in organs where you don't want it to be. When you have cholesterol that's deposited in places where it doesn't belong, it's extremely inflammatory to the body. When it deposits the excess in the liver, you get fatty liver and another condition called non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, which literally means inflammation of your liver that's not caused by alcohol. It will also deposit in your intra-abdominal fat, so the fat that insulates your internal organs. This is very inflammatory. This is what increases your abdominal girth, which is a sign of metabolic syndrome. If it starts depositing into your blood vessels, then that's how we get atherosclerosis. Once it's in the blood vessel, it causes a local inflammatory reaction, and then basically you're a heart attack waiting to happen. Your cholesterol can go high for one of two reasons. Either you have a genetic predisposition that somehow makes your body create more cholesterol than you can process, or you're getting too much macronutrients in your diet, which would be your protein, fats, and carbohydrates. Everybody's ratios or amount of each macronutrient will vary. It's very individualized. Some people do great on the keto diet, which is all fats and proteins and no carbs. Some people get fatty liver and atherosclerosis from this, and those are the people who have a genetic issue with processing this stuff. It's too much. Everybody's different. So now you know how cholesterol is made and used. What do you think?